If 8th grade has taught me one thing, it's this. Kids today are on their phones way too much. I mean, seriously, why don't they just go outside and... Oh, someone liked my tweet! Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam and welcome to my review for 8th grade. This movie was written and directed by Bo Burnham, and it stars Elsie Fisher as Kayla, a girl going through her last week of 8th grade. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Going into this movie, I was excited because I had heard nothing but positive things about 8th grade, and I walked out of the movie saying, wow, that was probably one of my favorites of the year. And now that I've had a chance to sit and marinate about it, 8th grade is one of my favorite movies of the year. And you've probably heard me say this a lot, but there's just something about this year that, like, every time I step into a movie, it's like, okay, this should be really good, and it just ends up blowing me away. Like Avengers Infinity War or Won't You Be My Neighbor. But with the exception of those two, 8th grade is really the only movie that really has hit me where I lived. Because we all have gone through 8th grade. I mean, unless you were homeschooled, but even still, we've all gone through it in some capacity. And we all know for a fact that it was miserable for us in some form or fashion. It's not limited to just me. It was probably a very sad and it was a time that we would all very much like to forget. First of all, I gotta say, Elsie Fisher was a perfect casting choice for this movie. I hope she gets more movies after this, because she deserves it. Her character is basically, I don't want to say antisocial, but she's very unpopular, even though she tries her damnedest to be popular. She always updates her Snapchat with these crazy filters. She's always trying to talk with the popular kids. She's trying to, cover up her face with makeup to make herself look pretty. With the exception of the makeup part, she kind of fails at a lot of this stuff. Even though in the movie she makes YouTube videos talking about how you can improve yourself and be more confident and stuff like that, when she doesn't take her own advice and she is very much confined within her shell. This was played expertly by Fisher, and like I said, I hope she gets more movies after this, because I would assume she's fairly young, so really it's onward and upward for her. I also really liked the dad in this movie. I can't remember his name right now. I'll put his name in the lower third. But he really does deserve mentioning, because this dad was really cool in the way that he's trying, and he's trying to connect with his daughter and say, hey honey, I love you and I want the best for you. But throughout 90% of the movie, they're like oil and water, they just do not mix. And you see the trials and tribulations of that relationship unfold, and it's beautiful in its awkwardness and sometimes its sadness. However, the best scene in the entire movie is with Kayla and her father, and it's a very quiet scene. There's no sentimental music, it's just them talking. And I will admit, I have not gotten this emotional about a scene like this since I saw the It's Not Your Fault scene from Good Will Hunting. My one knock against the movie is that it is rated R. Now, I could go into a whole discussion about the MPAA system, but nobody's got time for that. Let's just say, with the exception of one scene, and believe me, you'll know the scene when it comes if you do go see this movie. With the exception of that one scene, this movie could have easily been PG-13. I just find it crazy that with one scene added in there, it's an automatic R rating. I don't know, it just sounds unfair to me. But honestly, I'm kind of nitpicking, because this movie was just fantastic. It has great characters, great writing, a very relatable story and premise. I'm going to give this movie an amazing grade. It's pretty predictable, and I kind of give those out a little too liberally, but hey, I gotta call a spade, and 8th grade is just phenomenal. If it's anywhere near your area, I highly recommend seeing this one. But that's all for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a while since I made my Won't You Be My Neighbor review, I think about a couple weeks. But a lot of things have been going on in my life outside of this channel, so I've been working out those things. I got a new shelf in the background. I got a new Fitbit, which is really cool. And most significant to this channel is that we just crossed the 40 subscriber mark, which is crazy because I started this channel primarily as a way for me to vent out all of my feelings about, movies and TV and etc., that I couldn't do with most normal people. Let's just say that I am incredibly grateful for every one of my 40 subscribers. It's only onward and upward from here. I want to get to 100 subscribers, hopefully very soon. I'm going to start uploading more consistently, and I just hope you all are along for the ride. Like I said, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like and to also subscribe. And please tell your friends, if they are even remotely interested in movies, please show them one of my videos and you hopefully won't go wrong. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, all of my social media links will be in the description below. My name is Ryan Cam. Thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see you in the next one.